It is here in Ireland, the MG Cyberster. It's very different from the UK or the Chinese brand. We've been used to seeing kind of some very affordable SUVs, some hatchbacks like the ZS, the MG4, even the MG5. But this is way out there, not just because it's yellow, but because it's a soft top, it's got some wild doors, it's going to be capable potentially of going from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in less than 3 seconds. This thing is a supercar. Now the really interesting thing is this being an MG is fully electric, 100% electric, which if you think about it, there's not really any convertibles on the market like this, definitely not in this shape. So in here you can actually charge it. Now this actually has a Chinese connection, however there will be AC, DC charging. In terms of the battery, it's got a 77 kilowatt hour battery and it's going to have two options, a rear wheel drive and a four wheel drive, so a single and a dual motor. The rear wheel drive single motor could be a little bit more fun, but then if you want that insane power, then you're gonna have to go for the dual motor. But this is potentially the coolest part. Hopefully it works for me. Look at those scissor doors. So as we sit in, one piece of information I left out is that the range is estimated to hopefully be a little over 500 kilometers. Obviously that's going to depend on which motor you got, the dual motor. Probably a little bit of a shorter range. Now let's talk about the interior in here. So there's lots of nice little bits of storage. I really like these cup holders where you just push them down. 4 screens. So you've got your climate control all through here. Now it's set up in Chinese, so I can't really navigate it too well. And then you've got these screens in front of you here. If we hit this Super Sport button, you get a feeling of success. And you definitely get the impression that you're in something a little bit more sporty. The cockpit is built around you. The steering wheel is really nice, feels very good. You've got these paddles here, which I can only imagine are to do with regenerative braking. And it's just a really nice place to sit. Very supportive seats. And I have to say, I'm a big fan. What's more is all these buttons here, if they were down here, they maybe be a little bit bland, but up here they feel like a Lamborghini or something just a bit more exciting. So in terms of the styling, it has to be said, it's absolutely gorgeous. The front has a really nice low, aggressive angle to it. And then these wheels, 20-inch diamond cut. In terms of tires, they've got Pirelli P0s and they're actually staggered. So 245 in the front, 275 in the rear. That's some real sports car stuff there. And I love the rear end, it is gorgeous. And I don't know about you, but I actually think that the arrow indicator lights are really, really cool. Now, practicality, it's not exactly the Cyberster's strong point. However, down here is where you open the boot. I can see that getting dirty again, the camera also. And actually the boot's bigger than it looks on camera. It goes quite far back. I don't know the exact size. I'd say probably close to 300 litres. I definitely think getting golf clubs in there could be a little bit of an issue, but it is plenty of storage for chargers and anything else that you need to bring on your nice road trip in the sunset. You can't get in a convertible and not talk about the roof. The speed of this is pretty mental. You can do it at up to 30 kilometers per hour and it takes just 10 seconds. I'm not gonna lie though, it's not very spacious in here. I'm only about 5'10" and I'm nearly touching the ceiling and the seat is at its lowest. So if you are over 6 foot, it's gonna be a little bit of a tight squeeze. So it all sounds very good, but how much does it cost? Because that's going to make a big, big difference. Now this is where it gets interesting because we technically don't know the exact price. However, an educated guess is going to say somewhere between 60 and 80,000 euros. I think about 70 grand. And that is actually pretty good value. Now MG have done a phenomenal job of stirring things up as they come back into the market. The MG4 is incredibly priced. The ZS has performed so well, again because it's very affordable. And we talk about a car with this type of power, this type of range, and this type of styling. Actually 70 or 80,000 euros is pretty decent in modern car or in new car world. Anyway, that is a very first quick look here statically in Ireland. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you have, then please make sure to subscribe. And if you'd like to search for MGs for sale in Ireland, we've got over 1,000 trusted dealerships all around the country. You can hit the link up there. And we'll see you hopefully soon when we have one of these out on the road, which is hopefully going to be in 2024.